Hi kids, you wanna know something cool? What the fuck? You know how sometimes you see a creator and you think to yourself, I don't like this guy, but I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. Well, I can put my finger on why I don't like PP is not bi. It's because he's a douchebag, but moreover, Penis Head is a liar. A fat, pants on fire liar. But hold on a minute, who is ethanisonline? This guy is a typical leftist YouTuber. He puts out videos where he has a yellow text in the thumbnail. Okay, nothing too bad here. He makes videos bashing the right side of the political aisle, and he is often, if not outright, a disingenuous freakazoid, who is like a soy boy light, if you will.
And yet there still remains an entire genre of boring, hypocritical, bigoted gamers out there that feel the need to just throw their opinions out there. Hey, fucking newsflash, asshole. Not that many people give a shit. If you hate women, you don't have to say it out loud. Like, you're allowed to be quiet.
Now, one thing you'll notice about this guy, right off the bat, is his pretentious attitude about everything.
You're trying to lecture me. You think you're better than me. You think you have this
a little
high
bit
moral. Well, I think I'm better
I think
than
I'm
you in every
wiser
single
than
way.
you, and I think I'm a little smarter than you.
I mean, if you were
but
smarter,
I'm
you
trying
would
to
be-
educate you a little bit.
He always has to sound better than you, as if you're stupid, and the only reason you don't agree with him on everything is because either you're stupid and uncultured like this rap god thinks he is, or two, you're a bigot, racist, transphobe, fascist, racist moron who couldn't think for themselves because Ethan here hasn't educated you yet. You see where I'm going here? One of the first few times I saw this loser was on Sensitive Society's channel. It was a response he made to Reethan, and from the clips of him rebutting his points, he just seemed like an ass. So I was like, okay, let's watch his channel. Let me see what this fine gentleman is all about.
Robert Florczak is an interesting case. His ignorant takes on art are almost palpable in his own work. While technically impressive most of the time, some of them are just fucking insane. Robert, what's going on here? But his work is clearly restricted, uninspired. It's the same subjects over and over again. White people hanging out outside. All right, man.
You just want me to be like, yeah, you're right, Ethan. Thank you.
No, I want you to
now be
listen.
respecting a rapist pronouns. Thank you, Ethan. You're right. Oh yeah, on the top of that, no more fat videos.
Why does
Being
it
fat
matter
is
though?
okay.
It doesn't matter who they are.
So you do, just so we're clear, you do respect the rapist pronouns, right? That's just to make that clear. You are
I respect
respecting his
everyone's pronouns because I have principles, Oscar.
pronouns. Okay. I don't agree with that, but we're just gonna have to agree
Yeah,
to
because you're
disagree.
wrong.
And at first, the guy seemed insufferable to me. And it could just be because he's not my cup of tea, because he's a pothead. But after the SuperMega situation, he and his friend's credibility is pretty much non-existent. I mean, it was already non-existent, but the SuperMega situation solidified that people like Ethan are not to be trusted. In short, he and his crew plotted to take down SuperMega by bringing up an SA allegation, but made it all about SuperMega instead of the guy who did the SA. Pepper in some lies and bring up the friend of SuperMega who committed unalivement, and you have a situation where a bunch of losers tried to defame another channel while at the same time pretending to be Disney Channel heroes. You know, where the quirky group of friends beat the bad guy, and then they go on to have a party or they play a song to finish the episode. They even promoted their own shitty music shortly after their failed hit piece.
Pineapple upside down, yeah. In the toilet, I make a brown, yeah.
To me, there are a couple things that justify my dislike for Ethan is not fine. Ethan has a habit of calling people he disagrees with unfunny, even when he himself is not in fact funny. Don't get me wrong, no one is under the impression that he's funny, maybe funny looking, but the dude will take apart someone's arguments, rephrase it to be something they didn't say or mean, and then exaggerate it to make a point. That is where I can tell the joke is supposed to hit, but it just doesn't. You know, if he put a little bit more effort into the jokes and stopped being so lazy, maybe his snarkly little petty insults would mean something. They would have some punch to them, they'd have some bite to them. Which nicely takes me to my next point.
Hi, I'm ethanisonline, and I look like an albino Q-tip. I know Q-tips are already white, but I'm extra white.
Albino Q-tip likes to discredit anyone who makes commentary videos simply because it's lazy and low effort content.
If you're not familiar, all these fucking losers do is pull up random video game footage that they recorded earlier that day and talk about something over it. It's not a new format by any means, it's been really lame for the better part of a decade. But because it allows so many deeply insecure young men to voice their opinions about feminism being bad or whatever while hiding behind footage of Doom Eternal, it remains a very popular medium.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying those videos are breaking any ground here, but his idea of better content is literally just him with the camera. Trust me, bud, no one thinks you look cool. You're fat, you're overweight, and you smoke weed. That's 3 points against you. Actually 5, considering that you're an insufferable leftist-like copycat that desperately wants to be Hassan Piker, Noah Sampson, those losers. Plus, you think you're deep because you have a haha joke band, even though the music is literally ass.
In the toilet, I make a brown ya.
And you have opinions on art. Ooh, actually, art doesn't have to be pretty. It can just be a picture of my ass cheeks and it's art. Ethan thinks he's more important than he actually is. You might think these pictures of him posing like a douche are ironic, and maybe I'm reading too much into this. But keep in mind, this facial expression is actually how he views himself. The whole I'm better than you, I'm different, I'm an artiste shit is pretty gay, not gonna lie, but it makes it so much worse when you realize how much of a snake he is. When he asked nickisnotgreen to make a video on SuperMega, and then when Nick got backlash for making a shitty video, Ethan's suddenly not friends with him anymore. He just abandons him, and it seems like the type of person who sets someone up to fail.
In the toilet, I make a brown ya.
Pretty much the whole crew of Nick Is Not Green Inc. decided for some ungodly reason to bring up a dude from SuperMega who unfortunately decided to take his own life as an own to SuperMega, to somehow say that, look, SuperMega doesn't care about their friends. They shit talk the dead guy. And it's like, that had zero reason to be in the essay story that Lex brought up. That literally had no other reason to be there other than to make SuperMega just look awful. It doesn't look too good when you try to make the story juicy, and when you get called out, you shrivel up and hide. Keep in mind, I'm not saying the essay never happened. I don't know. The story was delivered with inaccuracies and lies that muddied up the entire thing. I've been on Twitter looking at the replies, because it's just Reethan who is responding to the criticism. First, he puts out a statement basically painting everyone who is now doubting the story to be SA deniers or something like that. I don't know, he doesn't outright say it, but he implies that the only reason you wouldn't believe Lex is because you never wanted to believe her? What? Then he tries to clap back at Sensitive Society for making fun of him.
This guy doesn't leave me alone. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to send him a little message, I guess. Well, let's see.
What's up, bitch? Sounds like you have a lot to say about me online. You want to talk again? If not, get my dick out of your mouth and go make some real content.
And send. Mess with the dog, you get the bite.
And the way he does it clearly looks like the tough guy meme. Ethan, let me make something clear to you since it apparently is not clicking inside your head. No one thinks you're a tough guy. No one thinks you're intimidating. And absolutely no one thinks you're in the right here. Let me show you how pathetic this guy really is. Every single person who is honestly asking him questions and being patient with him, Ethan just deflects, says it's wrong without any explanation, or outright says, proof, source, except all of the comments that bring up Daniel. If you wanted any more proof that this guy is a pussy, that's all you need. He will argue with everyone. He allows the internet to see him get ratioed to oblivion, and yet when he's called out for speaking on the name of Daniel, all of a sudden, the tough guy facade goes away. It just gets stripped away. Why? Because he knows deep down he fucked up. Majorly. I gladly took my petty ass and liked every comment smacking Ethan's stupid ego off his goofy ass face, and I hope he doesn't live this down. Ethan, you're an asshole. But you know what's worse than an asshole? An asshole who is wrong, Ethan. Now go back and make some real content. Worst YouTuber I've ever seen. I've never seen someone who looks the way he does, acts the way he does, talks the way he does, have so much confidence. Honestly, bro, you should quit right now. It's not working out.